So, when trying to build a website agency from scratch without knowing how to code, without knowing anything, having to learn everything from scratch, it's a it's a harsh endeavor, but I think we can manage. And of course, that's not a business that's gonna bring millions in. At least not the base form of it. I can't just work alone. And truthfully, the cost of AI is actually quite expensive. So that's something we have to take into consideration. I'm not even talking about employing people. That's not even a question. So how much can I realistically earn with that business? I might hit a plateau at 10k a month. Depends. There's also a question of, am I going to be able to sell well enough my product for people to buy? Like something priced at 2,000, 3,000, you can't just hop on a phone and get people to buy it. You need a bit more than that. You need a full funnel. You need to know cold emailing. You need to be good at cold calling. You need to go to physical places, get the owner, because if you get anyone else, you won't be able to sell. You need a lot of things, and that's harsh when you're a solopreneur and you're trying to do it all by yourself. You have the technical side, you have the sales, the marketing, then after you have to make content, and it just takes all your day, and it's enjoyable because you learn a lot of things, and it actually builds your character, but that's not something anyone can do. You have to be committed, and I actually think you need an empty life to max out your potential. You can't be doing this and actually want to go to the movies. Yes, you can here and there. You can have friends. You can go out sometimes. If you want to do it right, it's not gonna work. If you're distracted, you need to work a lot of hours because those things aren't going to be done by themselves. You need to do them. So that's a lesson I've learned. And actually, my life is quite empty. I have nothing but my goals and my ambitions. So that's what I do all day. When I'm done working, say I said I would want to work 8 hours today. I finish working, then I don't know what to do. So then I go back to what I was doing because there is nothing to do, nothing else, literally. And that's a great feeling, but you have to have the right mindsets to be willing to have that kind of life. And of course, I have a social life too. I'm not completely alone in a grotto. But that's something you want to be willing to do. And that I don't think a lot of people want to live that life. I see all those dudes because obviously I'm quite young and people want to make the most out of their youth. I understand it. And to be honest, they're partying and to them that's their version of enjoying their youth. I just don't find any of it funny or cool. It doesn't bring joy to me. Whenever I go to a party and I'm just sitting there waiting to go back home. Because what are we building? Nothing. And the people I meet here, they're not great people. I'm not. Yeah, they're funny. They may be funny, but it's a funny I don't like anyway because I do not drink and they do. They have stupid jokes. that do not resonate with me. And at the end of the day, those people I'm only gonna meet at parties. What do they actually bring to my life? Not much. Nothing. So that's a reflection I had. Is it a bad thing to be quite lonely? I don't think it is. I think it's quite good. It develops your character. You learn more things. And it's not like 20 years ago or even 5 years ago where you needed to know people to know stuff. Now with AI you can be alone and know anything you want, literally anything you want. It's actually paradoxical because before, if you knew no one, if you knew no one, you knew nothing. Now, if you know no one, it's like you know everyone because AI is everyone. You can ask any question and you will get a decent answer. Now, obviously, it depends on the quality of your input, but if you're a little bit smart and you research how to actually leverage AI, nothing can stop you really. I mean, I learn stuff every day. ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude, basically my best friends right now. They're not even people, but I'd say he or they. They're like the things that I talk the most to. Because whenever I talk to someone, it takes an hour to get the answer, and it's not even personalized, and I get all the human biases with it. It's actually interesting. So socializing for business, it's actually about connection and getting the doors to be open, but it's not for information anymore. I don't think so, unless it is gatekept. In that case, it's different. But if you're just starting out, every information you need is just available for free or at a very low cost. Actually, an AI subscription is what? $20. If you can't afford to pay $20 to get every answer you want answered at the click of a button, your mental model is just wrong. I don't know how else to put it. And that makes me smile. That makes me happy. Because you can literally do anything you want. I'm starting a website agency. I do not know how to code. I do not know how to design. I know nothing, and I'm learning everything day by day. And it takes a lot of time, but you can do it. Before you couldn't. You had to go to school, sit there for 8 hours a day, and it takes a year to get to know half the stuff you need to know, and you don't even practice. Right now, I've been doing this for 2 weeks, and I feel like I have revolutionized my world. It's like I have a new skill, a new set of skill. It's been 2 weeks. How amazing is that? You could never do that before. So what's the lesson of the day? The lesson of the day is leverage AI and use it to learn, not to do stuff for you. Obviously, you want to automate things, but you want to stay in the loop, to stay sharp. That's the message.